Hi, I will present you our research, which title is Internet of Things IoT Education for Non-Engineering Students and Examination of their Group Projects. I'm Aliye Sarac from Nisantasi University. I am lecturer at Mobile Technologies Department. Internet, when it started to be used worldwide, had great importance as it connects people and creates a global communication network. Nowadays, the Internet has gained a new dimensions, which is known as the Internet of Things, which enables objects to be connected to each other through sensors and cloud computing. With this technology, objects communicate with each other and transforming daily and professional life. IoT is not limited to affecting engineering sciences, but also enables the objects used in education, health, agriculture, logistics, modern farming, security, engineering management, urbanism, and many similar areas to be made smart. Taking the attractiveness of the smart objects and IoT technologies, their ability to motivate young people, and the fact that working and learning patterns of digital natives are changing into consideration, requirement of creating and researching new trends in education and training activities is apparent. Since the data obtained through sensors are diverse, IoT technology has a structure that allows many disciplines and informatics field to meet on a common ground, allowing the creation of materials and project development to cover both programming and other disciplines. With the technological development of the digital age, teachers have been expected to have technological knowledge and required skills to use technology in meaningful pedagogical tools. IoT training can be beneficial in terms of enabling pre-service teachers who will train future generation to have knowledge and skills about new technologies and to work interdisciplinary. For this research, an interdisciplinary education environment was created with IoT training to work together and produce projects which allows the pre-service teacher in the computer and instructional technology department who have knowledge about programming and the pre-service teacher in the science department who have knowledge about science and environment. Within this context, on the basis of IoT's multidisciplinary feature, it's aimed to examine the impact of the IoT training process and to examine the projects developed by pre-service teachers studying in different disciplines. The research questions are as follows. What are the opinions of the participants who take the IoT training about developing similar IoT projects in the future? What are the opinions of the participants about the contribution of IoT training to professional competencies? For which areas are the projects developed by the groups? The study was designed as case study, which is one of the qualitative research methods. This study was carried out with a total of 36 pre-service teachers, 19 from science and 17 from computer education and instructional technology departments. Sampling method was a voluntary sample, which is one of the non-probability sampling methods. Announcements regarding IoT training were made in science and computer education and instructional technology departments. Those who wanted to participate in the training voluntarily came. 7 groups were formed from the participants. At the end of the 7 weeks of IoT training, an open-ended questionnaire was used to analyze the opinions of the pre-service teachers about developing similar projects in the future and the contribution of training to professional competencies. In addition, at the end of the training, data were collected from the project report submitted by the groups in order to determine the project areas. Within the scope of the research model, a 7-week IoT training process was planned with science and information technologies pre-service teachers, and practices were made regarding increasing the science and technology literacy by merging horizontally the different disciplines and combining the information subject as well. Training process includes explaining the IoT concept and developing kits to be used with expository methods, and implementing the practices with learning approach which is based on projects and problem solving. The vast majority of the participants, 97%, states that they would like to develop similar IoT projects in the future. Only 3% did not state a clear idea with the answer maybe. There is no participant who does not consider developing a project like this. While 97% of the participants thought that participating in this training would have a positive effect on their professional competencies, 3% of the participants gave a neutral answer by stating that they did not think it would create a positive or negative effect. Also, it was determined that the group project presented at the end of the training consists of 3 of them as a smart city, 1 of them as smart agriculture, 1 of them as smart farming, 1 of them as home automation, and 1 of them as security. It has been observed that 4 of the 7 projects are similar projects that are frequently mentioned in internet resources that refer to IoT. This study is important in terms of setting an example for faculties that are exempt from engineering faculties aiming to train individuals in line with the needs of the digital age. The findings are expected to light the way to the researchers and experts in the field for future studies. In this research, it has been observed that the opinion of the pre-service teachers who voluntarily participated in the IoT training about this training on professional competence and project development are very positive, but also it has been observed that the projects are not creative enough in terms of quality. Pre-service teachers consider receiving such training like IoT is a professional necessary. It's predicted in the literature that the experience of teacher candidates in using technology in education during their transition to the profession will make them specialize. As stated by the pre-service teachers participating in the study, it's emphasized in research that the schools have expectations from teachers in terms of new technologies and approaches in education, that teachers should be prepared for the 21st century and its demands. It can be suggested that a training of many different disciplines together and integrating the IoT education into other courses in the curriculum for a longer period can contribute to the project to be more creative. Thank you for your listening.